Well, first of all, on behalf of the Pulaski County Soil and Water Conservation District, which is a mouthful, I practiced it a few times, whose very mission is to conserve, improve, and sustain the use of our natural resources, I would like to thank the Friends of the Panhandle Pathway, especially Kathy, for inviting us out to be a part of this very special occasion. The beauty that we see in this little remnant of the prairie land is actually only about 30% of the entire prairie picture. This 30% can certainly be spectacular, especially when you're considering the unique flower blooms and the variety of wildlife that often calls this area home. But I ask you to take a moment to consider what goes a little bit deeper, that other 70% that's below the surface. I'm just going to touch on a couple of those things that are really important that is underneath what we see out there. An established prairie can easily contain 10 tons of roots per acre. That means that this little remnant that you all have has over 30 tons, just that small area of roots. These 30 tons of roots are incredibly efficient at holding the soil in place. It leads to almost none erosion. The soil, which is held in place by the roots, is then able to act like a sponge during a rainfall event. I planned this, I scheduled it. It absorbs and holds a majority of the water, preventing excessive drainage into nearby rivers, streams, lakes, such as Mill Creek, which is down a little bit further, and the Tippecanoe River. Between rainfall events, then, the soil is able to release the water slowly in small amounts as needed to support the rest of the prairie system. Also, those deep roots and the early spring growth that you see from prairie plants aid in decreasing the leaching of nitrogen and phosphorus into area bodies of water, preventing the possibility of increased algal growth. Heavy spring rains and snow melt allow nitrogen and phosphorus to find their way into water before crops or any of the annual plants have a chance to begin their root systems. The prairie plant root systems, sometimes 10 times deeper than these other root systems, are able to begin absorbing the nitrogen before and during the spring rains, as well as hold the phosphorus in place that would have otherwise been carried away on soil particles. So those are just a couple of the things that this amazing system can do for us that we can't even see. The benefits of the prairie abound, many of them easily visible to any passerby, but most of them lay hidden beneath the surface. And though in our little corner of the world that we all love and call home, we might not have the soaring mountains or the all-encompassing canyons or raging rivers, but I do ask that you consider the words of Walt Whitman. While I know the standard claim is that Yosemite, Niagara Falls, and the Upper Yellowstone and the like afford the greatest natural shows, I am not so sure. But the prairies and the plains, while less stunning at first sight, last longer, fill the aesthetic sense fuller, precede all the rest, and make North America's characteristic landscape. Thank you so much.